I don't know about you guys, but I am absolutely addicted to Legends League gameplay, and today we are going to take a look at some amazing attacks over here in the 5400 range and learn from the best in Artists of War, a member of the Playmakers Wanted team. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Joe, and today we're going to take a look at a day's worth of Legend League hits that happened yesterday, as a matter of fact. A lot of trophies gained, a lot of 3 stars, and we have Hog Riders for days. One of my favorite attack strategies, the mass Hog Rider attack. Here's the thing, guys, that once you get past the 5300 range in Legends League, the bases start to change, and they start to go into these anti-3 designs. I know some of you out there might be seeing the island bases, and you're finding success by using those to defend with, but they're not the only base that you're going to see as you progress up into the more challenging players out there. And so bases like this are perfect for the Lava Hound and Balloon armies and those mass Hog Rider armies. And Hogs are straight up beast moding bases up here in Legends League. I'm using it as well, but I'm not using this army. This army is one that I shared a few weeks ago. 42 hogs, you got some skeleton spells for the queen that's on the opposite side of the base, and the key here is to get rid of that town hall early, at least secure the 2-star in the event that you fail with the hogs. It doesn't matter, but you got to make sure you try to make up for the losses that you might obtain. So we're going to start out with that ice golem, and we got some party whiz backing it up, setting that funnel. There's a baby dragon in there. There's a wall wrecker, and the wall wrecker is going to go directly towards that town hall. Inside that wall wrecker, there's going to be a P.E.K.K.A. and an ice golem, and you're going to use that rage spell in that location to take down the town hall. Help that P.E.K.K.A. out. You got a queen, you got a king, and they're working their way around clearing additional buildings. The clan castle troops are going to be pulled here momentarily, which happens to be a lava hound and a baby dragon, but don't worry about it, it's cool. The ice golem's going to freeze those troops here momentarily and shut things down for a moment. All of the hogs are going to be dropped over there in the northeastern side, and they're going to go through this base with the Grand Warden backing them up, taking on a bomb tower, moving through 2 Inferno towers, and through the Eagle Artillery's volleys. And then the Grand Warden's ability is going to be used for the skeleton spells that are dropped on that queen. The queen's tied up on hogs. They're trying to engage hogs. She's going to get taken out very easily with those skeleton spells, and the hogs are going to power through the base under heal spell coverage. Now, there's going to be a poison spell drop there to get rid of some of the skeletons from the skeleton traps, as well as try to get rid of that baby dragon. The baby dragon's the biggest problem there for the hogs. Don't worry about the lava hound. As long as he's not popped, he's cool. He's not going to hurt you as bad. And the hogs are going to power through this base, taking on the final defenses in the wizard tower, archer tower, hidden Tesla, and they're being chased. They're being chased by a baby dragon that did not go down. So that shows you how powerful the hogs are in numbers. They are phenomenal right now, taking down that final Inferno tower. We're going to speed this bad boy up because we have a lot of attacks to look at today. You got to remember that cleanup on the back end with the wizards. The wizards have to get in there and take on and clear out the back end buildings, so that way the hogs don't have to travel back across the base. And just like that, you're down to 1 more building in the gold mine, resulting in a beautiful 3-star attack. There's your army. Let's get into the next attack, guys. Attack number 2. You see it. You see where the town hall's located, so you know exactly what's about to come. It's going to be the same exact army. There's going to be no changes. It's going to be about the same way as it was in the previous attack. We got a baby dragon. You got to set that funnel, guys. You got to be master funnelers up here in Legends League. You can't just drop troops and hope for the best. You got to make sure that you set it up to where the heroes go in and take care of the town hall with assisting that P.E.K.K.A. and ice golem. And so that's where this baby dragon, or there was a baby dragon, now this is where the ice golem comes into play to kind of freeze up those defenses. I'm really loving the ice golem these days. He's phenomenal. That mechanic with the freeze ability is phenomenal, shutting down defenses and allowing things to work. So you got that wall wrecker working its way into the town hall, and you got the king, you got the queen. We've drawn the clan castle troops, which happens to be an electro dragon and some balloons. So you got the poison spell, the rage spell, and the ice golem's going to die, and he's going to freeze everything in place, which is going to ultimately kill those balloons, and those balloons are going to drop. So the E-Drag is a little bit more, brawnier than the balloons, so he's going to survive a little bit. King's ability is going to be used, and we're just basically clearing out some buildings on the back half of the base to help our hogs out and try to eliminate some of this stuff. But we got to get rid of that E-Drag. Queen's going to turn around, take the Electro Dragon down, and now it's time for hogs. The hogs are going to start moving in from your northwestern side of the screen, starting on some of the defenses on the outside, and then the main group is going to be dropped to take on this compartment that houses the Inferno Tower. So you got the Grand Warden backing them up and a heal spell placed, and those hogs are going to move down into the location where the queen's at. Now check out the queen. Now this is what's funny about this. The queen is going to have these skeleton spells dropped on top of her in the location of a bomb tower, and then the Grand Warden's ability is going to be used. Queen's down. Queen's gone. She's no longer with us. And now you have hogs powering through the base, going in 2 different compartments, 2 different locations, taking down the Eagle Artillery, dealing with some skeletons. So you got skellies from the skeleton traps chasing our hogs. But we have so many hogs on this base that they are going to power through and take down the remaining defenses. And if you notice on the back end of the base, there's some party whiz up there clearing out some additional buildings. So you got to make sure that you hold on to some of those troops. Those troops are extremely important for cleanup, and that's something that has burned me more times than I can count, is dumping troops way too early and not having enough cleanup. So hogs are going to go up into that final compartment. We're going to speed it up. We got more of these attacks today than I know what to do with, and I just want to show you all of them because I got to make a believer out of you. This is where it's at. Hogs and balloons. If you're not good at balloons, you can be good at ground armies in the hogs. That's the army again. Let's get into the next one. Remember those bases at the beginning of the video where I spoke of island bases? Well, there you are, guys. We got a town hall in the center. So how is he going to address it? That's the question. That's what the highlight of the day is, not doing the same exact thing every single time. And being a Legends League attacker, you got to be diverse. You got to be able to read these bases and be able to manipulate the base for the army that you're using. And we're going to the full countdown. We're going to full 30 seconds here, but we're going to start out down here in the bottom. And so you got a king. He's a great funneler. He's a great tank for troops. We got party whiz. We got a balloon sneaking in. We got some skeleton traps being revealed. That's phenomenal for our hogs. You got an ice golem dropped, and then the baby dragon. So you see how we're setting a funnel. We're starting to clear out some of these buildings and grant access for our wall wrecker. So we're also going to grant access for a queen as well. That's what's important, getting the queen to the core. So you got a poison spell down, and you got some witches that came out of the clan castle. So pretty solid defense there with the witches. They're going to get frozen in that location and get taken out by party whiz by the ice golem. That's where he really comes into play. Wall Wrecker is going to move in virtually untouched. I mean, it's getting targeted by that Expo. The Expo is going to be taken out by the Queen, but it's already opened up access directly towards the Town Hall and the enemy Queen, which is phenomenal. So you're going to see that Wall Wrecker get in that location and open up the compartment directly to the Town Hall. We have a P.E.K.K.A. and we have an Ice Golem. They're caught in a tornado trap, and that's fine, not a big deal. Rage spell down, P.E.K.K.A. is going to die, and then the Ice Golem is going to freeze everything, including the Town Hall. So that is phenomenal. Freezing the Town Hall, giving the Queen time to work. Her ability is going to be used, and she's going to take out the enemy Queen. Now you're going to see hogs move in. 3 different locations, moving into the single target Inferno Tower. Eagle's gone. We no longer have an Eagle. The Queen took that one out as well. So, I mean, even these bases fall very, well, what appears to be very easily to these Hog Rider armies. And you have hogs moving in multiple locations. You got a Queen that's still alive, taking down buildings inside the base. And then you're going to see those skeleton spells used in the location where you got the double Expo action. So it's providing targets to keep the Expos busy. And the Expos are kind of like, I don't know what to do. It's cool. Hogs are going to come back in. They're going to take down the Expos, and then they're going to continue on their path around. We still got 1 skeleton spell in the composition, 1 heal spell in the composition, and the hogs are going to take their time moving around, moving past that king. The king's still alive, and they're going to go into the final bomb tower. The skeleton spell was dropped on that single target Inferno Tower, and down goes the base just like that. You're down to your final defense and a mortar, and now we're on cleanup. The king is gone. He's no longer chasing us, and we have plenty of hogs to finish up this base. Great work. Great work. Hogs are going to be the ones that reign supreme and finish up this attack on the cleanup. Actually, the king's not down. He's up there still with a little bit of health. He's got a little bit of health, but it doesn't matter. Next one. By now in this video, you should already know what's about to happen. By looking at this base, you can determine that our heroes and our wall wrecker are going to go directly to the town hall and deal with the clan castle troops. This should be a pretty much given fact at this point because we've had different attacks so far. We've already had 3. You've had 1 with a centralized town hall, and you've had 2 that had the outer pushed town hall. So funneling is key here. You got that baby dragon dealing with a few things. You got the ice golem on the wall, and you have the wall wrecker backing it up. So the ice golem, it's awesome. Like I said, it's going to freeze things. It's going to freeze defenses and give your wall wrecker time, plenty of time to clear and put the heroes exactly where you want them. So you got that barbarian king in there, you got the queen in there, and they're taking on the multi-target inferno tower. There's going to be that rage spell dropped. You got a baby dragon witch combination in the clan castle this time around, and the poison spell is dropped in the location where they're sitting. And once that ice golem dies, he's going to freeze those troops in that poison spell, which is going to basically end them. It's over. They're done. They're no longer with us. And so you got a queen. She's going to get to the town hall here in a moment. It's cool. She's going to get there. So she's in on that town hall, and she's going to take it down. And once the town hall falls, it's time for hogs. And those hogs are going to probably move in from the north. Honestly, you know, it really... You want to get rid of that queen. You want to get rid of the queen, so you're going to bring them hogs in. So the queen's going to get in there. She's going to take down a few additional buildings to possibly try to path those hogs properly. And so you got hogs moving in on this location. They're going to be spread across this base. Basically, he's taking his finger and he's doing this right here. That's what it looks like to me. So you got that Grand Warden dropped. The skeleton spells are going to be dropped on that queen. She's going to be busy. Grand Warden's ability is going to be used. And it's pretty much repetitious at this point. And I shouldn't even have to kind of explain it. Don't forget to drop those wizards on the back end, and now you got a clean sweep of hogs. Hogs moving in, taking it all down, and they're going to power through this base all the way through the bottom, down through that multi-target inferno tower. You got a group that are moving into a bomb tower, heal spell place for that location, and them hogs are going to move through, taking down that final inferno tower, the single target, which is even better for hogs. You got a few point defenses there. Few point defenses taking out some hogs, but we got this large group that are going to backtrack and take out the remaining defenses. Phenomenal attack here. We got skeletons from the skeleton trap powering through the base, going over and taking out or trying to get to the final clan castle that was left over. And we're going to speed this bad boy up so that way you can see the back end of the attack. Clan castle falls. Hogs are going to clean up on the back end, and we got one more building over there in that dark elixir pump. As we move into this final attack, one of the things that we have noticed as you get to see multiple attacks from the same attacker in the same trophy range within Legends League, you can see the trend. And you'll notice that the trend, you got that baby dragon and the ice golem, and the wizards are used to clear out buildings at the beginning of the attack. Not using all the wizards. The wizards, you know, you're kind of spreading them out. You got some in the beginning of the attack and then some used for cleanup on the back end. The wall wrecker is going to always go into towards that town hall to try to take it down with the ice golem and P.E.K.K.A. in it, and then you got the heroes with that situation, and that is what is key here, to probably follow the same techniques. Now obviously each base is different and you're going to have to make some adjustments on each base, but this is how you start out every single time. Poison spell used for the clan castle troops, and then, you know, the ice golem dies and freezes everything in place. So this is pretty common, and this is basically all the remaining attacks. He shared 10 attacks with me, like I said before, and it's repetition. It's the same thing over and over and over and over again. So hopefully you guys get a really good idea. Let's get into allowing the rest of this attack to play out, and then I'll catch you on the back end of the video, guys. And just like that, that is another base crush. That is our 6th and final attack today, guys. We had a total of 10, and I think I've mentioned that multiple times. I've lost track. But if you enjoy these types of armies, if you're as in love with the Hog Riders right now as I am, and you need a little bit more explanation, maybe some Queen Walk Hog stuff or whatever, click one of those videos over there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the content, and that is going to wrap us up for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and thanks for watching, guys.